Hello, hello, hello. My name is Michael. I'm an Uber and Lyft driver here in the city of Atlanta. I've been asked hundreds of times over the years about what it's like to drive for Uber and Lyft. So that's the whole purpose of this video. I'm going to put a couple links down below, one for Uber, one for Lyft, so you can get more information. Also, I can create other videos as well. If you send me your comments, I'd be more than happy to make other videos. I've been asked countless times, what else do I do? How many hours do I work? They ask me what I like about it, what I don't like about it, my best rides, my worst rides, how far I go, all these types of things. Okay. Also, how I got started. Now, if you like this video, I just ask that you like it, subscribe to it, send it off to others who may be interested in doing Uber and Lyft. They want to learn more about it. And also shoot me your comments, questions, suggestions down below. Okay. And you can click on those links for Uber and Lyft as well to learn more about each one. Now, I first got into this 5 years ago, and my pastor recommended that I try it out or look into it. So he has a good friend, and he gave me his number. I called him. We talked for a little bit. I learned a little bit about it and thought, okay, I'll go ahead and try it out. So I ended up, I was in black car service before this. And when Uber and Lyft came into town, it really cut into the black car service. So then I sold that vehicle, big SUV, I sold that, and I bought an Acura MDX. That worked out really well. I was able to do the nicer luxury rides, SUV rides, regular Uber X and regular Lyft rides, the comfort rides, and so on and so forth. Well, I put a lot of miles on that over the following 3.5 years. I learned a lot about the business. I learned a lot about the vehicles, the best vehicles to use, and so on. So I ended up trading that vehicle in on a Honda, and the Honda Pilot, and so now I've had this for about 1.5 years. It's been working out really, really well. I'll shoot another video of the Pilot and the reasons why it works out so well. Okay. Now, how many hours do you work? Well, you work as many hours as you want. I make on average between $40 and $50 an hour. I make over $100,000 a year, which is about $1,900 a week, but I actually go over 2,000 on most weeks. I've gone as much as just a shade under 2,500 in a week. And now that's working about 60 hours. But if you're going to work 40 to 50 hours, you'll still make $100,000 a year. Well, at least this is what I'm making. Okay. What you make will depend on your habits, where you go in town, and so on and so forth. It also depends on what city you're in. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and I've been here for 11 years. I know the area really well. I was doing black car service here for about 5 years before I started doing this. Actually, about almost 6 years before I started doing this. And so I know the city pretty well. I know where a lot of the restaurants and sporting events and all these types of things are, where people hang out, where people go to, where people come back from later in the evening, and so on and so forth. So when you know the area, you know where all the traffic is, you know where to be at what time of day. Now, I've done about 9,000 rides between Uber and Lyft over these last 5 years. Recently, though, I'm working a lot more. I'm working more like 50, 60 hours a week, between 40 and 60 hours a week, because we're post-COVID. A lot of the Uber and Lyft drivers have yet to show up, and so it leaves a lot of work for people like myself who do the Uber Comfort and Uber XL. And so it's a great opportunity. You get a lot of surge. I make as much as $30 extra just because it's busy out, and there's a high demand with a low supply of drivers. Okay. Let me see. So there's a shortage. The shortage creates more pay. I don't know how long this is going to last, but I know the opportunity is good right now. Now, the vehicle I have, I own. You can also rent a vehicle. To get started in this, you can rent a vehicle from Uber or Lyft. I believe you're going to pay right about $1,000 a month for it. One advantage to that is you're not going to take a hit for the depreciation on the vehicle. You just supply the gas. I'm not sure if you have to supply insurance or not, but it's their vehicle. You're going to put the miles on their vehicle. They're going to take the hit as far as depreciation. But if you own your own vehicle, you get to write off all this mileage. You get to take, which is your depreciation. You write off your internet. You write off your cell phone. You write off all kinds of stuff. But then don't take my advice on that. You talk to your accountant on that. This is, I don't want to be responsible for that. So talk to your accountant about what you can write off. But I'm just telling you what I do. I'm not telling you what you should do. Okay. Now, I've been doing this for 5 years. I'm making twice as much today as I did pre-COVID. I think because a lot of the drivers haven't come back. There's more of a demand because people are getting tired of COVID. They're out and about. They're going to concerts. Atlanta's fully open. You don't even have to wear your mask anymore going into Costco or these Walmart, these different places. And so a lot of stuff is going on. The Braves games are full, no restriction. You don't even have to wear a mask or anything. So everybody's getting tired of being kind of locked up, and so they're out and about, and it's just really, really good for business. Let me see. I can as how much money I earn. I can tell you how much I earn. It's between $40 and $50 an hour. Usually Monday through Thursday, I usually pull in about $50 an hour, about $40 an hour. I usually take Monday and Tuesday off. So Wednesday and Thursday, I'll be doing that, about $40 an hour. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I usually make about $50 an hour. And I don't know. Let me see what else. I'll put some links down below where you can learn more about Uber and Lyft. You'll be able to see the different types of vehicles that you can get, the different types of rides that they qualify for. Let me see. There's a lot of, one of the things I like about this is you do meet a lot of interesting people. I will do as many as 20, 22, 23 rides in a day, in about a 10-hour day. Sometimes I'll go longer. Sometimes I go as long as 12 hours, but I usually put in about 50 hours, sometimes 60 in a week. Okay. So I may have some short days, maybe some long days. It all averages out to about 50 to 60 hours a week. I used to do it part-time, used to make about half what I'm making right now, just doing it part-time. That was before COVID. And now after COVID, it's just so busy. And I don't really need the money. I'm retired, but it's, the money's hard to resist. So I just put that money away. Anyways, this is just an introduction. I want to do a video of my car. This is a really, really good car. I do mostly Uber right now, Uber Comfort and Uber XL, and I get really good gas mileage. I do the maintenance. Most of the maintenance on the vehicle myself is very, very simple to do on this vehicle, and any money you can save on maintenance is money you can keep in your pocket. So let me see what else. Oh, you can also, if you don't currently have a car, or you don't like the car that you have, you can always rent one from Uber or from Lyft. Now, I believe most of those cars will only qualify for the basic rides, a basic Lyft and basic Uber. Okay. I don't really do too much of the Uber X. I do mostly Comfort and XL. Usually the only time I'll do an Uber X is when I drop off at the airport, Atlanta airport. I'll turn on Uber X just so I don't have to wait around for another XL or Comfort ride. Sometimes I get those right away, and sometimes, usually I don't. Usually I have to turn on UberX. I'll get a real quick ride, come back into town. I turn UberX off, so I'm just doing Comfort and XL from then on. There's a lot of different secrets, or not secrets, but things that I've learned that have allowed me to increase my income by a pretty fair amount. And so I really enjoy doing this. I enjoy the people. I enjoy the freedom. I enjoy the flexibility. I start and stop when I want, where I want. Any days I don't feel like going to work, I don't go to work. If I have errands to do, I just take the apps offline, go do my errands, and then put the apps back online. And the whole time I'm in my car. I own this car. I write everything off. The mileage, the expenses, the depreciation, I write all this off. And it makes for a really low expense. It's very, it's a vehicle that you own, and yet the government's helping you pay for it by using it for business. It's great. And so it's all on the up and up. So it's a great opportunity. Like I said, I've been doing this for 5 years, done over 9,000 rides. I've been asked hundreds of times about Uber, about Lyft, about the hours I work, how much I make, how far I go. I've gone as far as Birmingham, Alabama. I go out to Conyers. I go south. I go, sometimes I go quite a ways north, about an hour or so north. But yeah, sometimes you even go out of state. And that was a really good ride. I went from here to Birmingham, and I made over 400, or no, it's either over 400 or over 500. And it was a 3.5 hour drive there, 3 hour drive back. So 6.5 hours. And so it's not bad. And all you're doing, you get to drive in a nice car, air conditioning, XM radio, and late model leather seating, so on and so forth. It's not bad. It's not bad. For the flexibility, for me being retired, and something to do, keep me out of trouble. And I really enjoy the people. And so I hope this is helpful to you. Any questions you have, any comments you have, any suggestions you have, please leave them below. I'm more than happy to make other videos. And I hope I can be of help to you. Okay? Well, thank you very much. God bless you, and see you next time. Thanks.